we can take the stress of it.
You know what's changed my sleep habits is I used to sleep with the TV on. I stopped
That's
doing
what I
that.
talked that. I
I
definitely
stopped
preach
doing
about
that,
that.
and it is so beneficial. I don't wake up as much in the middle of the night. My dreams aren't interrupted by like commercials for
You talk into your dreams. I
Clorox.
definitely talk about you meet
Yeah.
yourself in your dream.
Hmm.
Okay, okay.
Thank you so
Oh,
much for the book, by the way. It's so
yeah. It's like a planner book. Yeah. It had
that's
your name
cool.
on it. I was
Thank
like,
you.
he's probably gonna be there, and because you encourage you definitely encourage me, especially if I have to go up on stage. Today I've been lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back to another podcast with our friend TK. TK, how's 2025 been for you?
Oh, it's going quick. It feels like, but it's been good.
Yeah.
The album released right at the end of 2024. So,
Metamorphosis. Yeah.
yes, Metamorphosis came out at the end of 2024. And so I've just been boots on the ground promoting it, places like this, out in DC. We sold our first 100 copies. So that's been exciting. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
And yeah, working on new music.
Okay. Already. Yeah.
Yeah,
On to the
yeah.
next one. Yeah.
It's like they say, like, you know, you have your whole life to make your first album, but you need to do your second one in like 6 months. So, like, how
I think Nicki Minaj said that Lil Wayne told her push that pen.
Yeah.
Cause that whole okay.
So
How's that task or project going? Is it coming out like you got stuff to say, or is it like, oh God, I gotta tap in?
So it's more the beats that I'm struggling with on that one.
Cause you make
Because I didn't do any of the production for Metamorphosis.
Okay.
I outsourced all that stuff. I wrote the songs first to like YouTube beats, and then like remade the beats with my producer Solo James.
Yeah.
But with this one, I want to be like executive producer for the whole project.
Yeah.
And so I've been getting into my production more. And so I'm kind of struggling because the other thing is
It's a new skill.
it is. And then the other thing is that I didn't like necessarily try to make an album with Metamorphosis. I just made a bunch of songs, and then they happened to fit together into the theme of my recovery. And so I was like, this is an album. And then I had it.
Yeah.
But with this one, it's like I'm consciously trying to create an album, and I want it to be this many songs, and I want it to have this feeling.
Oh, just let it flow. Let it flow.
That's what I'm starting to feel.
You're being more like business minded right now, which is healthy and it's good. And it's almost like you have like a goal in mind, but also, bro, come on, let it flow, because that's how Metamorphosis came out.
I have to remind myself, like, we started Neoclassic Records to have fun doing what we love.
Yeah.
And so, like, the minute it starts to feel like a job, I feel like I'm losing.
Yeah.
Like, I have a little mini basketball hoop in my office to, like, keep it light when artists come over. You know, I have a projector in there, watch movies in there. But I have to, like, focus on keeping the creativity in the studio, like when I go to the studio, and then keeping the business in the office, you know, and kind of compartmentalizing the areas of my house for different things. You know,
so
like,
in that way, if you're in this space, you're like, this is work mode. This is artist
and
mode.
I'm guilty of like opening my laptop on the couch and like sending emails and doing all this stuff, and my family will be like, you're not supposed to be working right now. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's right. That goes upstairs.
Good for your family and looking out for you.
Yeah.
So like at this open mic event, are you on business mode or are you on artist mode?
I'm in a little bit of both. It's you know, it's interesting. Like, there's so much amazing talent here and so many different conversations that can be had in any given moment.
Everybody else has different businesses, yeah.
But then I just try to stay, you know, authentic to the fun side of it too, you know, not take myself too seriously.
Yeah.
So it's
who's performing out there? You've been watching the performances?
Yeah, the last guy, Beige.
You said you liked him.
Beige. I liked him a lot.
What kind of music was that?
It was like I would say like Christian R&B soul, like neo soul. He reminded me of like
because you neoclassics.
New, just new.
Oh, okay.
But he kind of reminded me of like XXXTentacion if you like found the Lord. The way that he was speaking,
and
then he was talking about how he's having trouble with his record label right now, and
get in there.
Yeah,
TK.
so I feel like I have to try to find a way to help him. And that goes into the business side though, and you know, I don't think everyone wants to hear about lawsuits and all the dirty grimy
But
underside of the
did you
music
get a
industry.
conversation in with him?
Yeah, we exchange contact information. It's like it's a good place to have like surface level conversation, but it's so loud and you want to enjoy the moment, so you just exchange contact, and then I try to book a time slot on my calendar and actually like follow up, you know. And I have to think about and digest kind of like what's going on with this situation. So I asked a few questions about the distribution, the contracts, and all that. But anyway,
would that be
there's
like
a
your
lot of
first artist
awesome
that you're
artists.
signing on besides you? Or how
No,
many
no,
artists?
we have 6 artists right now, and we don't necessarily like sign anybody in like a traditional sense of like,
because I know
now
you
you
wanted to be
belong to Neoclassic
I knew
Records,
like
and
you
all of your stuff is ours forever. It's like
you're doing it the 21st century style.
The way I'm trying to do it is like, we have an artist agreement. If we like the song and we think it's a good fit for the label, then we negotiate the split percentage and like the responsibilities of what is Neoclassic expected to do, what is the artist expected to do, and we do it by a project per project basis.
More like there's more freedom for the artist, because that is where the 21st century landscape is. People have their own social media, people have their own access. But you're collaborating
and people have their own goals. Like, for example, this guy, he wants to start his own record label. I'm not going to be the person to stop him from achieving his goal if that's what he wants to do, but I'm going to help support him along the way. And so it means that we can still keep the doors open as a business by having a large catalog of music. But then we can allow people to come and go as they wish, because not every project we're going to see eye to eye. And if it didn't work out for you, you know, when you gave it a test run, why would I expect you to come back? It's a service-based industry, and I think that a lot of the major labels are kind of forgetting that part, that they're servicing the artist.
No, that's true. That's good that you're bringing us such an advocacy type of into this business. You know, you're not just running a business because you have to. You're kind of like, you have this purpose behind it, and you know, you're proud of yourself, right? How far you've gone in the past 5 years.
Absolutely. I wouldn't change anything. Like I actually wouldn't change anything. Even the things that I didn't want to go through at the time, they shaped me into the man I am today. So
how is it tough being a business owner, like a small business owner,
Hey, you know, you're a small business owner.
But you tell me yours. What do you think?
It's certainly tough. I haven't actually like broken profit yet as a business, right? You know, and I tend to believe
like shoveling, but you're like, when will I strike gold in a way?
I tend to believe like if you can make it in the music business, then you can make it in any business at all. And so I'm starting 2 other businesses, and those are coming along because it's an even exchange. Like, one of them is a roofing company, right? I know this is my price, this is the shingle I'm gonna do, this is my profit margin. It's simple. But with music, it's like the profit margin could be considerable or it could be a loss, and it's really up to the listener. It's about the strategy of the content, it's about the time of the market, and so there's so many like moving pieces in this thing. So I try not to see it as only a business, but as a hobby and something I get to do and have creative freedom of.
Do you follow any influencers who are business? Name some few ones.
I like Gary Vaynerchuk. Gary V.
I don't know this guy.
You've definitely seen his stuff.
Okay. Who else?
I like Joe Rogan, which is controversial. A lot of people don't like him.
Since when, right? But
a lot of people don't like him, but I like his open flow communication style. There's another guy, Brendan Kane. I'm reading his book right now. It's Get 1 Million Followers in like 30 days, which sounds like this crazy catchy title, but he actually did it. Like, he ran a social experiment and he actually did it. So I like him. There's another guy, I'm forgetting his name, but yeah, I mean, I try to keep I try to keep an eye on the landscape that is social media.
The kind of books that I read for like business wise is the old school ones. That's more of like Kevin O'Leary will say, you know, it's not meant for everybody. You gotta have the endurance to do it, because you're gonna fall down a lot. And when I hear stuff like that, like you know, the 30 fall get 1 million followers, that's more, you know, these days. But when I find myself attracted to those also, like, types of business advice. You know, make sure your overhead costs, like, you know, your money. taking initiative, stuff like that.
My boss, for one of the companies I work for, has a quote that rings in my head over and over again. He says, any business that you can't put sweat equity in and turn it into dollar bills is a hobby. So by that definition, the label is still a hobby. The music is still a hobby. But that doesn't mean I don't believe in my vision. And like, you know, they told the people who started UPS they were crazy.
Yeah.
You know, that no one would ever pay for overnight shipping.
Yeah, but where you're headed is like the next wave.
I would like to hope so. You know, I'm having fun, and that's what matters to me. So I try not to like look at the challenges so much as look at the opportunities. Like,
and the growth that you yourself are witnessing yourself.
Yeah, I'm learning from it, and like, I have everything in my fingertips right now to make this thing a success. So now I can't blame anybody but me. If anything doesn't work out the way I want it to work out, then I just got to get up, pull up my bootstraps, and keep going.
The way I see it is like, if I could have figured out this far, if somebody, a wretch like me, because you know, like, a wretch like me could have figured out it up to here, how did I make it? I must be headed in the right direction, because something sure is leading me, is how I feel about it as well.
You know Napoleon Hill? You talked about like old school books.
The Law of Success.
Law of Success.
I'm reading it right now.
Yes. That's a good one. What the mind can perceive, believe, it can achieve.
I can't believe you just said that.
That's in my song and vision on the album. I use that quote in that song. And he has another book called 3 Feet from Gold. Have you read that one?
No, I just found out about Napoleon Hill and what he said. If you know, while we're talking, Law of Success is what I'm reading, and he said that, you know, sound travels at a certain frequency, light travels at a certain frequency, but thoughts also travel at a certain frequency, you know? So what are you sending up to the ether? I can't, I suck, I'm this. Or are you sending up to the ether, you know what? My business is I'm making my business work. He's like, what kind of thoughts are you sending up to the ether? So I always believed in that. Preach with Prak, you know, we talk about that, but and he was in the 1920s, TK.
I know.
And when he talks about
he had so
proton,
many
he doesn't call it proton, he calls it an electron, because the proton was discovered in the 1920s, but the electron was which is a negative one. It was discovered in the 18 something. So I'm like, this is when he wrote it, and he wrote about this human experience of experiencing success and saving this and that. So I'm reading it right now, and I feel like I need inspiration almost every day. You know, so I read a little bit of books that come my way.
You need motivation every day. Inspiration is permanent, I think.
Okay.
Inspiration is like your purpose. It's your why, right?
Okay.
But motivation is temporary.
Yeah.
So there was Grant Cardone got paid a bunch of money to come and motivate these salespeople to sell cars. And he did this big speech, and the numbers skyrocketed for a week.
Yeah.
And then he got a call from the CEO of the company. He said, numbers are back down. What did you do? I thought that you were going to fix my problem. He's like, how were the numbers last week? He said, they were great. He said, right. Because motivation is temporary. So is bathing. I recommend both daily. I love that quote.
Yeah, so is bathing. Yeah, I read before I go to bed. I try to make it my business to read before. And I went on thriftbooks.com and spent like X amount of dollars. I was like, you're going to read these books, fiction, non-fiction, whatever, just to inspire me. I thought it was inspiring me, but it's to motivate me.
Laws of Success is great. I got to reread that one. It's been a little while.
It's a fat book.
Yeah, it is. I do audiobooks when I'm in the gym. I'm not that good at, like, there's certain books I sit down, like if they have like a workbook inside of them and I have to like fill stuff out, I'll sit down with that. But like I try to soak up as much of it as I can auditorily. And I think making music too is like something about having the earbuds in. For me, it processes the same as it would like reading it visually. But everybody learns
motivation?
Different.
You know,
I do mantras. And I do 369 manifestation, where you write. So every morning you write something down on paper as if it's an affirmation in the moment. So like I'll use an example, like Neoclassic is the biggest record label in the world. You write that
throwing it up into the ether.
You write that down 3 times in the morning, and then 6 times after lunch, and then 9 times before you go to bed. And you do that every single day.
Type it or write it?
Write it. handwriting, and you can just write it over. I do it all on one piece of paper, so it's just black at this point.
369. Whose strategy was this? Is this like your?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
I don't remember. I heard about it somewhere.
I like it. Yeah.
But going back to what I was saying about not giving up and all that. I don't know. I think Napoleon Hill wrote this book, but somebody from his foundation wrote the book 3 Feet from Gold, and basically there's a story in there where a guy bought land in Alaska or something, and he was drilling for gold, mining for gold, and he didn't have any knowledge about it. He was just digging because he heard from a friend that there might be some gold on this land. Yeah, there's some gold on this land. There's a gold vein, and he dug all over all these little spots that he tested, and he's like, there's no gold on this land. I give up. I'm selling it. Sold it to somebody for pennies on the dollar. And the guy, the first thing he did was go and get it surveyed. And he found out that there was a gold vein 3 feet from the last hole that guy dug.
So the other guy just did not survey it.
And he was 3 feet from gold when he gave up.
Don't you feel like this TikTok, this social media world is like the new gold rush?
Yeah, it is.
It's like, are you 3 feet? Am I 3 feet? Are we 3 feet? From gold.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it as well.
And then the whole landscape's changing with all the different platforms that are coming about, and it's just a crazy world. I'll tell you this. The AI has gotten so good now, and I'm so actually happy to make this announcement. I'll make this announcement here.
Exclusive.
I just found out about this last night. I've been trying to get like ChatGPT and stuff to write a diss track about me, but it won't be mean. The robots are programmed to be nice. Well, Elon Musk released one called Grok, and Grok will be mean in a playful spirit.
Grok AI? So Grok is an AI, and that's a mean one?
It's a writer, like how ChatGPT is. And so I got it to write a TK diss track last night.
You are so funny.
And I'm gonna rap battle AI.
That's a good idea. That's like a good way to. That's a good content right there.
Well, I want to show the world that robots can't feel. I mean, you think people would know that, but
you're gonna demonstrate.
Music is a part of us that we can do. Like art is purely human. It's us creating from a place of luxury because we can.
And AI is like a repetitive model.
They're just copying us.
Yeah, exactly.
And so there's going to be a lot more exciting stuff. I don't want to give away all the details.
Okay. But you just had a rap battle and you presented.
No, it wasn't. That wasn't a battle.
What was it?
I don't actually battle rap anybody. If somebody wanted to,
it was a contest, and you placed 13th out of how many?
I don't know how many entries there were, but it was this artist MG.
You don't know how many people you were
no.
even left.
And if I did, I wouldn't say it.
Look at you.
MGE. He posted on TikTok, and he said that he's gonna give away money or whatever, a prize to the top artists who do a open verse challenge, and it's just something I just threw together. Honestly, I didn't even record that like professionally. I recorded that on my iPhone.
Who were you up against?
I don't know.
Oh,
myself.
It was like random.
Yeah, it's just random.
There was a random person there. Yeah, there was a person there with the one that I voted on. Yeah.
No, he's the original artist of that song. So I wasn't going against him. It was that I was trying to get on his song. You see what I'm saying?
You did a Twitch or something like that.
A stitch. Yeah. Duet or whatever. Yeah, but it's just like that's how
yours
I got.
Well, the audio was better on yours.
I appreciate it.
You kind of put him in the back. Yours, and you call yourself a wordsmith, right? You are.
So I think it's not fair that that all the other musicians like besides rappers and singers, like they get to play an instrument. You know what I mean? Like I play piano, I play guitar, so I have wordplay.
Yeah.
Because I like to play with words.
No, you've been doing it for a while. I mean, I know you're serious. Yeah,
I wrote my first rap when I was 13, so actually 18 years now. I've been writing every single day. I write a song.
It's like now it's you push that pen. Now it's just
going. I like that TikTok you're talking about. I think I did that in like 1 hour.
It just came out. Yeah. It's a habit that you've been building. Yeah. Wait, you so 369 is one type of motivation that you do.
Manifestation.
What's the other one? Yeah.
The gym. I go to the gym 6 days a week.
Release that shit out.
I don't really do like a lot of like heavy weightlifting. Like I'm not trying to get like super strong, but I'm like doing high reps endurance training.
Yeah.
And I do a lot of cardio. So like
Yeah.
one of my goals, I want to do the Hurt 100. It's a 100-mile ultra marathon through the mountains in Hawaii. It goes for 24 hours.
Yeah,
and you run.
Is it for all participants, or sometimes they have a cutoff?
No, you have to run like at least a 50-mile ultra, and it goes through the trails in Hawaii, like these pig trails, like through the mountains. So, yeah, it's like it's highly competitive to even get in. And I haven't even ran my first marathon yet. I can do like a 10K right now.
Okay.
But when I started, I couldn't run.
Do you have a little like
2 miles
routine?
Yeah,
runner's routine?
I run, and then I go to the gym and I lift and then I recover. You can't. So the thing about marathon training is you can't run hard every day.
No, yeah.
You run consistently slow every day, and then you stretch and you. So it's like it's a discipline thing.
Yeah.
And so that helps me for some reason. I do my best thinking.
Keeps you harmony.
I do my best thinking when I'm like physically moving. Like you see, I'm moving around a lot right now because I'm using my brain powers to answer your questions. When I'm on the stage, I'm moving. I'm just a moving guy.
Did you perform tonight?
I did. I performed The Mind from Metamorphosis.
Okay, my track so far, because I got watch the music video often. Do you have other music videos as well?
One is in the making right now for Isolation, the first song on the album, and I dressed up as the Mad Hatter.
Okay.
And
you do that,
I went to the Hedge Maze in Luray Caverns for that.
Luray Caverns, that's a trip.
And that would be a cool video. My buddy Rick Fasai.
You did it where at the Luray Caverns?
There's a hedge maze over there, and so I went inside of the hedge maze, dressed up as the.
When did you do that?
We did it about 2-3 months ago on Halloween, actually. So wait, it's been about 3 months. And I think he's finishing the final masters for it.
The amount of time it takes to edit and stuff.
Oh, video editing is crazy. I'm so glad I don't do that.
Because
it's. I mean, you do it, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I do it. I do a little bit for content.
But still, sometimes it is what it is. It's the gold rush, right?
Yeah.
Are we trying to strike gold or what?
Yeah. I mean, audio production's no different.
Yeah.
You know,
I did the audiobooks. Yeah.
Anything that's worth doing takes time.
And it's worth it at the end. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So motivations, you do at gym, that, and with this new album that you got coming out, right? What's that gonna be about now?
Yellow. It's called Yellow. So it's about the color yellow. So I have synesthesia, which means that I see music as color. It's like a rare brain disorder. I think it's a superpower, but they call it a
disorder.
I don't know. You know how they are. But anyway, so I see a song, like the song I performed tonight, The Mind. It's a very red song.
Okay.
It's like red with like orange hues in it. But the only yellow song I have on my album is the last one, God Is Willing. That song is yellow. It's happy, it's vibrant, it's full of life, you know, like, so the album is going to be entirely, the album is going to be entirely songs that are yellow. So like happy, danceable music, like the stuff that makes you feel good. Like Bob Marley has very yellow music.
What kind of songs are red?
You know, it's hard to put it into words because it's not based on the words.
It's on the feel. It's how you feel colors.
I see it. You feel colors. I see it. I see auras. Like I see an aura around you right now.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think I just might have taken too many psychedelics in my life.
Well, but it took a right turn. I'll tell you that.
It worked out. I spun my monkey just right.
Well, you came out of it, you know, and that was the best part. And you're earning your way back, or a wretch like you, right? You know where the wretch is from, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like describing myself as a wretch too, because sometimes you're like me.
By the grace of God, there go I.
Yeah. I think Amazing Grace has that. A wretch like me.
And you asked about artists. Another friend of mine that I knew from 6 years ago, I haven't seen him until tonight, is here from Richmond.
He's performing here.
Yeah, I hope I'm not missing him right now.
Okay. But did you invite him here, or did he found himself?
No, I invited him here. I invited him here, but he moved down to Florida and then he moved back, and so now we're living in close proximity, and we're gonna have a collaboration together too.
Tonight?
No, we're probably not gonna do any music tonight.
Okay. I just don't want to miss. Yeah.
No.
I think but anyways, Tiki, it's always a pleasure talking to you and
Prak,
hearing
we'll talk
about,
again soon.
right? Bow to you as well. Yeah, it's always nice to see what progresses you're making.
What do you want to leave the people with? Leave them with an inspirational quote.
Because I mean Napoleon Hill and throwing it into the ether, but come on. What was your 369 today? You did affirmations today or
Classic
yesterday?
is the best record, is the biggest record label in the world.
You did that one. What about yesterday?
I do the same thing every day. It's every single day you do the same affirmation.
Oh, Neo Classic
is the largest record label in the world.
Okay. Bravery and Healing Support Group Podcast. An affirmation to it. Throw it up into the ether. The Bravery and Healing Support Group Podcast brings quality entertainment to the viewers.
I love that. I would say don't limit yourself at podcast.
The Bravery and Healing, support group.
Preach with Prak.
Preach with Prak, yeah. Prak's out there.
Because it might be a nightly TV show in 5 years. Live with Prak.
And the American people, the global world, the internet world, they love just tuning in. Because there we go. We've created a beautiful collective consciousness. And everybody, family time, it's people tune in to get some good energy out of people.
Amen.
369. Amen indeed.
Which you can perceive, believe, you can achieve.
You can achieve. Thank you.
Thank you.
Always. Want more of Preach with Prak? How about you go ahead and subscribe to our Rise and Shine to Your Purpose newsletter, available only on preachwithprak.com. Here I'll provide you a weekly message to guide you throughout the week and check in with you with a wellness questionnaire. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe to Rise and Shine to Your Purpose newsletter, available only on preachwithprak.com. Let me go ahead and give a quick shout out to Crescendo Studios. If you are a resident of the DC, Maryland, Virginia area looking for a professional studio, a music school for yourself or your child, or looking to join, perform, and collaborate with local artists, Crescendo Studios is the studio for you. Crescendo has first-class equipments for your sound productions, the best music instructors the area can offer, and the studio also regularly hosts open mic events and Nova Traffic Jam. So, want to connect with Crescendo? Reach out to the team of Your Soul Shall Network and Bo for your moment at Crescendo. Want more of Preach with Prak? How about you go ahead and subscribe to our Rise and Shine to Your Purpose newsletter, available only on preachwithprak.com. Here I'll provide you a weekly message to guide you throughout the week and check in with you with a wellness questionnaire. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe to Rise and Shine to Your Purpose newsletter, available only on preachwithprak.com.